Good morning, everyone. The Delaware County Commissioner meeting for December 17th is now in session. Would you stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I lost my voice there for a second. Again, good morning, everyone. To my right is Commissioner Barb Lewis, our Vice President. To my left is fellow Commissioner Jeff Benton, our Clerk today Jennifer Walraven, and our Administrator Mike Fromer. Let's begin.
Resolution number 18-1390, in the matter of approving the electronic record of proceedings from regular meeting held December 13th, 2018.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 18-1390. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
We do not have any public comment or elected official comment today, so that brings us to item number 4. Resolution number 18-1391, in the matter of approving purchase orders and now certificates and payments of warrants in batch number CM APR 1214 and memo transfers in batch number MT APR 1214.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 18-1391. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Our Eagle Scout could not be with us this morning, so we're going to skip over number 5 and arrange a day when he can attend
It is
session.
my understanding he wanted to be here, so
Yes, yes.
good.
Resolution number 18-1392, in the matter of approving an agreement between the Board of Directors of Delaware, Knox, Marion, Morrow Joint Solid Waste Management District and the Delaware County Board of Commissioners for implementation of county recycling and litter prevention office services.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 18-1392. And that brings us to page 344. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye. Thank you.
Resolution number 18-1393. A resolution declaring the improvement to certain parcels of real property to be a public purpose and exempt from taxation, establishing a redevelopment tax equivalent fund, and providing for the collection and deposit of service payments into that fund, and specifying the public infrastructure improvement directly benefiting the parcels.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
Bob Lamb, Economic Development Director of the county. The request before you is to approve a 10-year 75% TIF in Orange Township along Orange Road. The revenue from the TIF being used for road improvements within the 23 corridor and the Orange Road area. This has been moved forward at the request of Orange Township that would like to see improvements done to that roadway.
Any questions or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 18-1393. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-1394, a resolution declaring the improvement to certain parcels of real property to be a public purpose and exempt from taxation, establishing a redevelopment tax equivalent fund, and providing for the collection and deposit of service payments into that fund, and specifying the public infrastructure improvements directly benefiting the parcels.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
Bob Lamb, Economic Development Director. Before you is a request for a 10-year 75% TIF agreement for a project occurring within Liberty Township at the northeast corner of Home Road and Sawmill. This parcel will also contain, this TIF area will also contain the parcel where the Ohio State Medical Development is looking at locating. That project is still looking at a 2020 beginning of build period. We are hoping that they will contain themselves within that time frame that they have presented. These funds will be used to help facilitate development of sewer and road improvements within this area that will accommodate both the Ohio State Development and other developments that are looking at that location.
Questions or comments?
It's great to see this piece in place because that's a very attractive facility and employer and so on for the area. So glad to see we're putting this together.
Yeah, very excited about the project. 500,000 square feet of new medical office space being done in 2 phases of approximately 250,000 each, up to 900 new jobs. One of the great things about this project is approximately 4,000 individuals who are Delaware County residents also work for Ohio State Medical, and so this is bringing a project to the community that will also allow people to work here within the community.
This is good news for Powell and for the Township of Liberty, so.
Right.
Right. A win-win.
And the county.
Nothing else, a vote?
Vote on motion 18-1394. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-1395, a resolution declaring the improvement to certain parcels of real property to be public purpose and to exempt from taxation, establishing a redevelopment tax equivalent fund and providing the collection and deposit of service payments into that fund, and specifying the public infrastructure improvements directly benefiting the parcels.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, discussion.
Bob Lamb, Economic
Still
Development
Bob
Director.
Lamb, right?
No, but-
Still the same. Just want to be clear for the record. This is a request to approve a 20-year 75% TIF agreement. This TIF agreement was approved by the Olentangy School District last week, and so it is ready to move forward. It will facilitate a multi-use development located on approximately 250 acres. The funds will be used to help facilitate road improvements in the 23 corridor, but most importantly, the Home Road Lewis Center connection, which will also have an overpass over the rail line at that location, helping to establish a mid-east to west connector for the county, a key priority to help development in this area, as well as the Evans Farm project, which is coming up.
Questions or comments?
Yeah, again, great to see this one move forward, because this is really an important part of our east-west corridor strategy, which we desperately need to improve and finish. So great to see this one move forward.
Well done, Bob.
And all I can say is ditto. So I agree with everything that's been said, and another good project. See, but we need a vote.
Vote on motion 18-1395. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
One more. Resolution number 18-1396, declaring the improvement to certain real property located in Orange and Berlin Townships, Delaware County, Ohio, to be a public purpose, declaring such improvements to be exempt from real property taxation, requiring the owners thereof to make service payments in lieu of taxes, designating the public infrastructure improvements to be made that will directly benefit the real property, establishing a public improvement tax increment equivalent fund for the deposit of service payments, and authorizing a compensation agreement with the Board of Education of the Olentangy Schools and the Board of Education of the Delaware County Career Center.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, discussion.
Bob Lamb, Economic Development Director. Before you is a request for a 20-year 75% TIF. This TIF was also approved by the Olentangy School District next week. Very happy to be standing here in front of you. We've been working on several different items of this project for as long as 3 or 4 years. One of them, the NCA, which was approved previously by the county commissioners. This would move forward with putting in place a TIF agreement that would help facilitate the off-site public improvements that are needed to help both this project and other developments within the corridor. The developers are here today as well to show their support of this TIF agreement. I'd like to thank both the prosecutor's office, the county engineer, and sanitary sewer for the hard work on this. This has been a very heavy carry for many of those individuals on trying to put this together to make it work well for the county as well as the developer. So thank you to them and the hard work that they put in on this.
Anyone have anything they want to say? Any comments from the, comments from the commission?
We're not Todd Lamb.
Oh,
Yeah, again, we've got 4 of these projects, these TIFs, that are going to provide huge dollars toward very important public infrastructure projects. This is one of our, probably the biggest that we've done in this county for a long time, and it's great to see that we've been able to work this out, and this whole area is going to really change over the next 10 years, and for the better. So great to see it.
it's a huge step. I'm happy for you guys.
I'm going to take a little different approach. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm taking a little different approach. Just take you to the Little Tangy Schools and Orange Township, because none of this would happen without their involvement and a recognition that we're all partisan. This is to make our county better and, in the long run, help everybody. So just thought that was worth saying as well. So with that, vote.
Vote on motion 18-1396. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-1397, in the matter of amending the child placement service contract between the Delaware County Department of Job and Family Services, the Delaware County Board of Commissioners, and Young Star Academy.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Bob Anderson with Job and Family Services. This amendment is accomplishing three different things. One is recognizing the name change from Mohican to Young Star Academy. It is also increasing our maximum to $294,000 and extends our contract period through June 30th of 2019. We currently have 3 children placed with Young Star at a cost of $253 per day per child. So we're looking at about $7,600 per child per month. And we anticipate this contract will then carry us through our state fiscal year.
Any questions or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 18-1397. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-1398, in the matter of approving a transfer of funds for dog and kennel.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
Good morning, Brian Gallagher, Director of Safety and Security for the county. This is a transfer of appropriations into the Dog and Kennel Fund.
Questions or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 18-1398. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye. Thank you.
Resolution number 18-1399, in the matter of establishing and amending charges for the Delaware County Regional Sewer District in conformity with the provisions of Section 6117.02 of the Ohio Revised Code.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
Morning, Commissioners. Tiffany Mag, Director of Environmental Services. This resolution is in an effort for us to try to promote connection to the district sewer system for homes that are currently on home sewage treatment systems. So we are going to amend this resolution to allow those people to connect to the sewers at a 50% reduced rate for the capacity charge. So for this coming year, 2019, it would be $3,450. And next year in 2020, it would then be $4,050, and it would carry on for the remainder of time until the tap fees are ever changed.
Any questions or comments? I appreciate the work that's been done on this. It's an opportunity to connect people who, there's a significant cost when your system fails, and if this is a carrot that will help hopefully get them to transition to the sewer system to the benefit of everybody in the county as far as the water we're drinking. So,
Yeah, thanks for your support on this as well.
no other questions or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 18-1399. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
I believe that item 14 is not ready for a vote.
Okay. That brings us to administrative reports.
Commissioners, I have nothing to report this morning.
Okay, Commissioner Lewis.
I spoke to the Shawnee Hills Chamber of Commerce about a week ago, and in their annual report, there is, on the front page, the Wayfinder Sign Project, which I think we partially funded, but there were very favorable comments. Shawnee Hills just needed a sign in which the businesses were able to, all the participating businesses were able to indicate how far away they were from the sign. And so anyway, they said their business has picked up, so I'm glad to report that. And I attended the Family and Children's First Council last week, and Deanna from our mental board of mental health and recovery mentioned that for some in-home treatment that they work with various providers, but the problem is that the providers can't get enough workers to provide the services that they need. And we've heard this, of course, with regular business, but it seems to extend to many other venues. So I know they're working on it, but, you know, it's something we need to be aware of. And that's it.
Commissioner Benton?
Well, we've got a few things I want to mention. We got DKMM board meeting tomorrow, and we're going to discuss the transfer station proposal, which is a really interesting strategic initiative to change and provide better services there. Judge Krieger's retirement reception was Friday,
That's right.
and that went very well attended. My gosh, there were dozens and dozens of people there, and want to wish Judge Krieger the best in the future for him and thank him for his 35 years of service to this county as a judge. So anyway, it was great to see so many people and celebrating that occasion. Went to Morpsey last Thursday. One thing of note is that Knox County is joining Morpsey, was officially approved to join Morpsey. So good to see them participate in that group. Legislative update, we had that Friday as well, and a lot of activity at the State House in this lame duck session and before the new governor is sworn in January. So we'll see, stay tuned, there's a lot more. They passed a lot of stuff, and there's threats of vetoes and scheduled sessions in between Christmas and New Year's. Just, we'll see how all that turns out. Commissioner Gary Lee from Union County is retiring as well. His term ends this year, and Chris Schmenk is taking his place. She'll do a great job, I'm sure. And I want to thank Gary for all his many years of service to Union County and all the good things they've got going on there. Marshall Court is closed officially, so Jane has sent out the official notice. So I saw the workers out there and the sidewalks closed. So yeah, and I think that's a nice step forward for that building and the safety of our workers and the people who were in those buildings. So that's it.
You're generally very good on sports, bringing up things, and there was a big game Saturday that involved a potentially Rookie of the Year quarterback. I don't know if we want to comment on that or not.
Trying to think who that would be. Would Sam Darnold play on Saturday?
Okay, I just have a couple of things. Marshall Street, for those who aren't aware, is the street between the Hayes and our new courthouse. And frankly, I didn't know the name of it until I saw it the other day. So I'm not sure how many of us really did know the name of it. But that is going to be a great addition, and it will be remove the potential risk to the safety of people making that walk back and forth. And I went to North Star Breakfast with Santa yesterday, and Santa recognized me, so I don't know if that means I've been good or bad. So I choose to leave it the former.
That's good.
David Stage approached me Friday about a possible work session for the 23 corridor project, and I thought that was a good idea, so I've asked Jennifer to get with the individuals who put that together, and probably sometime in early to mid-January, whenever we get our calendars to work, and just FYI, so you're both aware of that. And with that, I don't believe I have anything else. I believe we have a need for executive
We
session.
do. Resolution number 18-1400, in the matter of adjourning into executive session for consideration of the sale of property at competitive bidding.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 18-1400. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
With that, we're now in executive session.
Yeah, we'll be quick.
Resolution number 18-1403, in the matter of returning out of executive session.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 18-1403. Mr. Mitten
Aye.
and Mrs. Lewis. Are we voting?
We are,
Can you say aye?
You have to say
oh,
aye.
I'm sorry. I did, yeah. I was-
Aye. Thanks.
We are now adjourned.